Okay, so I think it's pretty safe to say you guys liked the first Underground video. I have no clue why the algorithm pushed that video so hard, but I'm absolutely not complaining about it. I was gonna say something about hitting 500 subs, but we've kinda skipped over that by quite a bit. Speaking of which, as I have the video analytics open, it is at 15,243 views, which is fucking insane to me. It's a fucking Tony Hawk game, a video about a Tony Hawk game that I liked to play when I was a kid. And then I just made a stupid fucking little YouTube video about it, and 15,000 people thought it was worth watching. That's fucking ridiculous to me, and I cannot thank you enough. So if you're watching from that video, or you're sticking around, or you're fucking stalking my page, which you're a freak if you're doing that, just click the fucking subscribe button. Anyways, thank you all. Regardless if you stick around or not, or if this is the first and last time you watch me, thank you for watching anyways. Okay, back to past Salem. Yo, what game we talking about, dog?
Tony Hawk's Underground 2.
I saw a decent amount of people recommending Underground 2, which I did plan on doing, just not this soon. I'd planned to do Resident Evil 4.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Wow!
But I figured I'd push that back for now, for obvious reasons, so the next video will most likely be Resident Evil 4. Oh, quick side note. 99% of you aren't subscribed, so click the button. It's free, you can always change your mind. Okay, back to the game. Now, we all know how great Underground 1 was. We also know how much Neversoft loved making sequels around that time, so on October 4th, 2004, Underground 2 released to pretty generally positive reception. The gameplay is pretty much no different from Underground, the only new things added being sticker slaps, tagging, the focus ability, and the rage mechanic, where after you fall, you spam triangle to fill a meter, and depending on how full that meter is, the more mad your character gets. It's a cool touch, but it doesn't really have a practical use other than wasting a few seconds after a fall, so I'd just spam X to get up faster. The focus thing is actually pretty cool though. It just slows down time, so you get to think about what trick you're doing and all that. Oh, there's also a full day-night cycle this time around. It was originally supposed to be in the first Underground, but it fell through by the time of release. For the story, though, Neversoft wanted to take Underground 2 in a wildly different direction from the first game, turning it into more of a jackass with skating kind of thing, which makes perfect sense when you realize how popular that movie was during that time. They even got Steve-O and Wee-Man in the game as guest characters, but I'll bring them up later. I want to start this by saying this game's story progresses a lot different compared to its predecessor, where instead of just a linear storyline that you progress through, instead you have to rack up a bunch of points doing different objectives, and Tony will just text you when you're done. The game starts directly after the first game in New Jersey, where we're absolutely shredding some gnar. My character appears to have gotten a bit of an ego after the first game though. I mean, look at how much bigger those shoes are. We're tearing it up until a van tries to use a ramp as a parking spot. We're taken by two masked individuals damn! To an unknown location where we wake up to see a handful of pro skaters, and Eric, sitting in a row. One of the masked individuals brings out a chainsaw and begins swinging it in front of everyone.
You ever think the last word you were gonna hear would be?
Eric's a piss baby.
50 points if you get someone to hose their pants.
It's revealed to be Bam Margera and Tony Hawk that kidnapped us, telling us they need skaters for their World Destruction Tour. After everyone picks their teams, it's down to just me and
Paulie, Wheels of Fury Ryan, the 10-year-old skating madman.
Bam chooses Polly over us, which we're not very happy about.
Are you serious? You can't decide between me and a kid in a body cast?
You want some of me? Oh, bring it on, bitch!
I like that. He's fired up. This kid's got game. I take Paulie.
You're number one!
Tony reassures us, and we're let out into what's just the tutorial area. Look at how fucking menacing this is. Sup? The slow turn! The first stop on the tour is Boston.
Brutal road trip. Gas station burritos plus a van crammed with dudes. Nothing like a 90-mile-an-hour Dutch oven.
Where we find Benjamin Franklin, and he will invent a move called the Franklin.
I'll invent a move called the Franklin.
We also find Jesse James in a bar with a motorized scooter. This thing is insanely difficult to control. It even gave me flashbacks to the fucking Family Guy game, and no, I do not want to talk about it. Bro! Oh my god! Family Guy game! After stealing a hospitalized child and proving to him that we do know Tony Hawk, we get enough points to move on to the next area. We get our first cutscene where at the very last minute, Bam's team barely squeaks out enough points to pass us.
Holy crap, it's
Oh,
Paulie.
yeah, look out, Pooper going through! Please keep your hands inside the porta potty while you take a drink, bitch!
Who can say where the road goes, where the day flows, only time.
And now we have to spin.
The Wheel of Loogie.
It lands on Let One Go,
Got one loose.
which is pretty self-explanatory.
Fire in the hole!
It hits Bob Burnquist, and he's sent home. The next leg of the tour is Barcelona, Spain.
¿Qué pasa? Welcome to Spams!
And this is where we get to play as Steve-O with his mechanical bull. This thing sucks ass. You fall off of it super easily, and it takes forever to get back on it. Not really. It's just a few seconds, but still, it sucks. After freeing a very pissed off bull that causes a good chunk of damage to the area, using Steve-O's mechanical bull to go head on with the real bull, and throwing tomatoes at the locals, we have just enough points to move on to the next challenge. Our team is winning, so that means Bam's team has to spin the wheel, which unfortunately lands on Rookie Swap, so now Eric is on Tony's team, and we're on Bam's.
With the killer session you had here, that puts us back in the lead.
You mean that puts us back in the lead, bro?
We land in Berlin, Germany, where we help Wee Man get a fish he likes out of a giant fish tank, learn the Nodus spin from Nodus Kaupas himself,
Sure, I'll show you an old school trick. It's my signature move, the Nodus spin.
and actually just puke on some security guards. We also help free some lost souls from a haunted church. And no, I was not scared of this part. No, I wasn't, I swear. I'm a big kid, not some stupid baby. Once we finish up in Berlin, fortunately for us, the wheel lands on Rookie Swap again.
Well, he's not our problem anymore. The Hakalugi hit Rookie Swap again, and we got our old teammate back.
And we set off for Australia. Just before leaving, though, we meet Nigel Beaverhausen, who tries to convince us to let him film our escapades for us so he can make some money off the tapes.
The contest you blokes are doing is too biala, mega righteous. Dudes, I'm talking rad to the Mizax. Cuckoo. That is why I must capture it on video for you. So, homies, what do you say?
You got a mullet, bro.
We kick him to the curb, or tape him to the van, rather. Then it's off to Australia. Once there, a crane operator has fallen asleep at the wheel, so we attempt to wake him up the only way we know how. By not spinning on a parallel fire hydrant, obviously, which causes a little more destruction than anticipated. Oopsies. Anyway, behind the now broken wall is a little forest area where we find an Aboriginal Australian, which... yeah, I'm not gonna comment on his appearance. It was 21 years ago, let's leave it at that. His special vehicle is a little go-kart, which might just be the best vehicle in the entire game, in my opinion. It's pretty difficult to bail in this thing unless you're specifically trying to fall off of it. After not spinning on the newly decapitated koala statue, our team is behind a few points, and we get a bunch of mousetraps launched at us.
Since you were the last one to get your points, it's bye-bye time.
Go a little easy on him, man.
Do you have any final words?
Well, I guess I'd just like to say...
Just slightly too late though, Rodney Mullen points out, you get it? That we're not behind at all and that the teams are actually tied.
Phil, you didn't add this right. We didn't lose. It's a tie.
Oh, yeah. I guess I should have carried the one.
The perfect tiebreaker arises after a lost child shows us that Nigel has started making his own bootleg videos of our competition against our wishes.
I just bought your video. Can you put a pen to it for me?
What is that? Is this for real?
What the hell? Where'd you get this?
From the year but one a bit. He's round the corner selling them things.
Alright, let's see. We want to nail this guy, and we need to figure out who's getting sent home today. You have your mission. Now go get him.
So, Eric and I have to pull off the perfect prank on him. Loser goes home. Eric's dumb fucking ass thinks stealing his clothes is the perfect crime.
Ha-ha! Yeah, nailed it. All right.
You stole his clothes? That was your big stunt? You're an idiot. Why are you still on my team?
But we one-up him by wearing said clothes and performing the beaver blast on some construction workers. After successfully pissing off the locals as Nigel, they respond accordingly, and Eric is sent home, that piece of shit.
What is the bloody noise? Nigel Beaverhausen is trying to create... Can I help? No. What about me? Oh, no. This can't be it. This can't be it. Come on, give me another chance. Guys! I don't have a ticket home!
The next stop on our tour is Mardi Gras, New Orleans.
Another town, another party. And no fiesta is bigger than Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Drunks, and drunks.
Where we get to summon Papa Legba, who turns everyone in the town into zombies. This time, I will admit, I got very scared. I did not like this part. Anyway, after grinding the underworld ring and doing an airwalk over Jesus Christ, he destroys Legba and we save the city. Once we get enough points, Beaverhausen is back with an offer we can't refuse. He gets to film our trip, and he'll pay for all of our expenses.
Look, I want to make you dudes another offer. I've captured your entire competition on video. If you can get me footage of the final stage of the tour, I will pay for this entire event.
What do you guys think?
Here, this might help you decide.
All right, who went to the donkey
I don't know.
After he gives us the check, we spin the wheel, which lands on the equalizer. Very reminiscent of the Hawaii jump in the first game, our good pal Chadwick steals a helicopter and takes it to the roof.
Meet us up there, and when we take off, just grab on and bust some insane tricks. Security's gonna be tight, so watch out.
We have to get up there without getting caught by security, which was very easy. Guess they didn't really care about that helicopter too much. We have to grab onto it, acid drop into the roof, then grab back onto it, into another acid drop, into a spine transfer over said helicopter. Of course, it's a Tony Hawk game, so we do it with extreme ease, but uh-oh. Chadwick loses control and crashes into the swamp. He gets arrested, leaving only Tony and I left on our team. He reassures us, though, that he'll be skating with us for the rest of the trip.
What's that mean? I have to skate the final leg alone?
Would I really leave you hanging like that? I'm skating with you. You and I are gonna bring it home.
Our final stop on this tour is Skatetopia.
The skateboarding mecca.
Here we can find Jesse James again, asking for help making an off-roading skateboard.
Hey Holmes, I'm rigging up this sick off-road skateboard. Find me something with some serious power and I'll let you skate it.
You're supposed to climb a tree and get a chainsaw off the top of it for this, but I couldn't remember where it was while I was playing, and I didn't try to look it up either. After you get said chainsaw though, Bigfoot jumps at us and takes the off-roading board for himself as his special vehicle. Yeah, as it turns out, Bigfoot can fucking shred, brother. Anyway, after we spine the mine, find a very small in stature Ryan Sheckler, and do a trick line down the whole of Skatetopia that did not take me too many attempts, by the way. Don't ask me about it. We get our final text from Tony. And you know what that means. It's endgame time! Bam decides he wants to blow the entire place up with fireworks as a way too early celebration, which I'm sure he will not regret later.
To celebrate our complete domination, I'm gonna blow this hellhole sky high.
We grind on the spin bomb, not a spin on some rockets, grind down the fuse of the Fountain of Glory, jump on some box bombs, which has literally zero skating involved, then jump on the final bomb, also with no skating involved. With all the fuses lit, this place is gonna fucking blow. So, we gather up all the critters on our way down, which gives us a little time bonus. Bam, way too confident in his victory, bets us 1,000 points that we can't make it to the bottom in a single combo. Naturally, we do just that and take home the win over Bam's team by a staggering 1,000-point lead.
That was ridiculous. I've never seen anything like that before. World Destruction Tour champs. I love the sound of that.
Nigel Beaverhausen, writer, producer, director, rocks up asking for his tape from Skatetopia with a live broadcast crew, but we do a classic switcheroo on him and give him a tape of Phil on the toilet instead as a last fuck you.
Yeah, I got an album, but I'm not a rapper.
I mean, he already paid for our trip, so it's kinda his fault if you think about it. And that's the game.
That's it?
Story-wise, it felt kind of lacking, but the gameplay was way more engaging to me than the first one was. Oh, there's also a bunch of other secret skaters I didn't get throughout my playthrough, so I'll go ahead and list them and their vehicles now. Shrek, with a very fitting plank skateboard, Jesse James with his motorized scooter and off-road skateboard, Steve-O and his mechanical bull, Paulie Wheels of Fury Ryan and his wheelchair, Aborigine with his go-kart, and Shrimp Vendor with just a skateboard. I could be missing a few, and there's a lot more available in Freeskate, but those are the only ones I can remember, so we're just gonna go with those for now. On top of all of those characters, there's some extra areas after you finish the main story, which are pretty neat. There's the space station, titled Pro Skater, which consists of 3 different levels. There's the main space station part, where after sticker slapping a couple buttons, a door opens, leading us to a portal to a Mayan temple. After tagging 5 statues in the temple, a portal to hell opens where we find a bunch of adorable little demon fellas. I mean, look at them. I could just pinch their little cheeks, they're so cute. Talking to the one standing in front of the Satan statue, he tells us that if we want to see Satan, we have to lip trick on 2 rib bones and sticker slap 2 towers. After doing that, another portal opens inside the statue's mouth. And inside it is a small corridor-ish room with another room containing one Satan laying on a couch. If you go up to him and interact with him, he'll start doing a little jig for you. So I guess you could call it a dance with the devil, perhaps? Wait, no, I'm sorry. Please don't click away. No, don't do that! But yeah, that's the game. I'm sure there's some stuff I didn't mention in here, so feel free to comment anything I got wrong or just didn't point out. This game was a lot of fun revisiting to me personally. I did notice though that it's a lot shorter than the first game, only taking me roughly 3.5 hours to finish it. If possible, I'd still highly recommend you play it again for yourself. It brought back so many memories for me and it was fun reliving those moments from my youth. Again, I just want to say thank you to everyone who watched the first Underground video. It was also really fun playing that game and making the video for it. And it was reassuring having that effort pay off. I also have 2 other videos on the Family Guy game and the god-awful Sopranos game, so if you like what I make, go check those out. Future Editing Salem, back again for the 2nd time this video. I also have a Twitch channel now where I'll be playing probably just a bunch of Rocket League, because that hits the autism central in my brain. But I'll also be playing the games for future videos over there, so go follow it. I also just made a 2nd channel exclusively for Rocket League because I have like 170 gigabytes worth of clips that I desperately need to get rid of. So if you like Rocket League, go over there. Okay, that's it. Anyways, Underground 2 10 out of 10, go play it now, like, subscribe, bye!